Spot on that. So moving away from Leeds, as we are speaking of,
Uh,
go ahead.
yeah, I wanted to add good news for football. Christian Eriksen is back. He's playing.
Yes. I s- yeah,
So
he's back, and he, I think he's played entire 90 minutes, isn't it? Or he was taken
yeah,
off. Yeah. So it is good to see him back, especially what happened after the Euro, and the people were spreading rumors and stuff like that about vaccine and stuff like that. But yeah, finally, it's really glad to see a genius. I say him as genius because he has the vision and the passing
yeah,
ability. So yeah, very good to see him back.
yeah. It was nice seeing him back, and also he won his first match after coming back um, in this weekend. So kudos.
Yeah. So yeah, speaking of the weekend, and the weekend has not been passed, and obviously
Yeah,
we're
no,
talking about Ericsson coming back in EPL, Bielsa have left, and Leeds, a little bit of Leeds. So we might just want to stay in the Premier League. Um,
yeah,
Title race is still on, right? It's been
yeah, it's back on. And funny thing is that like about a month ago, everyone was talking about like
it's done
if
and
Man
dusted.
City is going, yeah, if Man City is going to win all four. Now all of them are talking about if Liverpool is going to win all four, and it's actually quite possible. And also like there is this new signing Luis Diaz, which can actually be impactful after like they have now like five goal scoring forwards, like which on like really on the top level and also in good form. And well,
Yeah. Now I think it's very kind of precise. We are in the March first week basically.
yeah,
This is more. I mean, this 1.5 month that window is basically it's very what should I say? It's very decisive. So you want your key players to be fit, your key players to be in form, and obviously the team has to just come up together. And Liverpool looks like um, obviously a bit luck is going on their way, but they're playing really well as well. And
they already own the
well,
Carabao Cup.
yes,
Yeah,
and
so
uh, I'll come to the Carabao Cup because that's a that's an interesting game on the Carabao Cup final. Let's discuss this as we are here. So Chelsea versus Liverpool. It was very happening game. I mean, I've missed probably 10, 15 minutes of the first half, but otherwise I've seen that, and it's very entertaining. And it went to the penalties. Everyone scored. And then the keepers basically went, and obviously Kappa. First of all, were you surprised to have Mendy being replaced by Kappa for penalties?
yeah, of course. Um, I didn't actually find any
Logic.
logic behind this. Yeah, but also like I don't know, like 10, like it's almost like yeah, it was 21 shots to decide this game.
And very good.
Wow, it's
All penalties, most of them, if not probably all of them, were great penalties.
yeah. it,
Except
it
Kappa's.
it seems like it will come around. Like they would have actually I don't know go for 20 more. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
no.
at some point it felt like this. But
Yeah,
like
thankfully Kepa decided to make a goal kick out of it. Like he was chasing, basically launched it outside for
yeah,
the goal kick, and should have been a
probably
penalty.
out of the stadium. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. But it's a projectile went outside. But I was really surprised by seeing Mendy being replaced because Mendy was having
Yeah,
great game.
yeah.
A lot of good
He's also
saves.
in good form. Like past last month, he won the
Afcon.
African Nations Cup, and now yeah, he won the Club World Cup also, like few
Now that
months ago.
reminds me, what comes around that goes around with Kappa. Kappa, if you remember, with Sari, there was an incident because Kappa, I think, was what Sari when he was the Chelsea manager. I can't remember the exact game, but Willy Caballero was being, you know, coming as a penalty specialist, and Kappa was basically denying that, he's fine to play. And then that reminds me of Kappa coming in for penalties. I mean, what goes around that comes around in full circle. Uh, and Kappa missing it, unfortunately, is. But yeah, anyways, Liverpool, kudos to them for winning it, and there are not much difference in terms of points. I mean, 3 points, I guess,
3
on the
points,
top.
yeah. And also, like, they have still a match against Man City. If anyone can beat Man City right now in pen and paper, like, that should be Liverpool.
Yeah, but we are
Only
fair,
bad thing is not their way is that like the game is on Etihad, not in
not in the
Anfield.
yeah, exactly. But we're fairly certain about it's a two-horse
Yeah,
race, right? It's not the third
yeah.
we thought of Chelsea. It's Chelsea's not definitely on there,
No, Chelsea is like way out of this league already.
right?
They will probably finish third. I don't know. Like everyone already assumed that. Uh, but with fourth position, it would be I don't know
It'll be tight.
what. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll come to that. But tomorrow we have a game, Manchester Derby.
yeah. Today it's today
Okay,
here.
so yeah, it's for me. It's tomorrow, but Manchester Derby. So definitely City is favorite because of the team.
Yeah,
But if United can get at least squeeze 1 point, I mean, it's a huge point for them as well as for the title race.
yeah, exactly. Also, uh, uh, Ruben Diaz is missing. He's not going to be. He is not going to be in the squad for at least like 4 to 6 weeks. Like which in like probably there will be like he will. Yeah, there will be like 3 Champions League matches, and he will miss the match against Liverpool, and also Nathan Ake is not fit for this game. So they are already down to two
Two
center
center
backs.
backs,
Yeah,
but I guess at this point, still you'd on pen and paper not saying in the field. I mean, given that the form of the two teams, I mean, you still would favor for City, right? They might don't
yeah,
need much center backs if they're on the attacking end. Uh, but it would be interesting to see, at least what happens in the Manchester Derby, because I still think there. Obviously, you mentioned about game against Liverpool, but there are certain games for City that might define their moments or give them the momentum again, just to kick on
yeah.
and basically see out the season, especially in the domestic league. Um, I just want to touch one thing about how the things for you personally is going for Arsenal and what is not clicking in Tottenham.
Well, mm, I actually don't know about like Tottenham. Like in one match they are playing so well, like they are unbeatable, and the next match they will lose against some. Like you won't expect this lost, and
Mhm,
I don't actually know really. I think this is the Tottenham Hotspurs we are seeing for quite a while.
mhm,
They are performing like this
mhm,
against other coaches um, before they left, and uh, yeah, there won't be. I don't actually know. Like, and there is no technical answer, but probably with mentality or something like this, or they are
but
taking too much pressure from
it's definitely not the
management.
coach, or is it coach?
No, no, actually, he has done quite a good job actually with this team so far.
So it seems like somewhere there is a broken connection, maybe behind the board. I mean, it could be management or it could be
Actually, like
players.
if yeah, these players like there are veterans like they're playing from like 2012, 2013, 14 when Pochettino took over, and they are still there. But like I don't see some like new. How can I say, like there should be new players like behind the goal, or I don't know, like Hurricane. He was not supposed to be. He was like he did not wanted to continue with Spurs anymore.
Yeah, because
But
he wanted to win something, right?
yeah, and I think Dele Alli already left, and there are players who could have actually be impactful, like Lo Celso, who is doing pretty well with Villarreal or Valencia.
No, it's Villarreal. Yeah.
Villarreal, okay, yeah, and yeah, and we talked about the signing of Bentancur. Um,
Yeah, I still, it just baffles me. I mean, Bentancur was never, at least if anyone comes and say, you're taking Bentancur out of Juventus and you're replacing almost like Ndombele. Like Ndombele is at least two very different players, but two times better players for me personally. You still do
Also, yeah, also they need a runner through the middle,
exactly.
and
That there has to be some sort of athleticism
yeah,
on that midfield, right? So
also also they are conceding unexpected goals, like which could have been for any team. So I don't actually see any sort of uh, technical problems from Conte's side, but there are some decision makings due to players probably.
yeah,
But also with the player like the senior players' mentalities
but
to the club now, right now.
again, I mean, they were on the hunt for the fourth spot, and it seems like right now they're slipping away from there. Who would be your favorite to go there?
Actually, the at least for last I would say like 2 3 match week, Arsenal is doing, even though they're
Arsenal was actually before that, or if you compare
yeah.
like 6 7 rounds.
No, actually, in January they dropped quite a bit points because they did not. They only scored like 2 goals in the whole month after like 4 5 matches or something like this. But in February they came back, or yeah, even though they were not scoring in those games, they managed to
Squeeze out.
yeah, they managed to squeeze out 1 points through clean sheet. So like defense is doing uh, phenomenal. Their wing backs are like really fast so far, and yeah, Martinelli or Smith Rowe, they are in their form of their life. There are only puzzle in this piece is missing is a good striker. They could have actually scored like I don't know, to at least twice more goals this season. How they're playing and how they're going to the counter attacks, especially. So, but yeah, they're even though they don't play well against like Wolves or Burnley, they actually won the match in a narrow margin. So I don't think. I think actually Arsenal is a little bit more favorite.
And that has nothing to do with you like Arsenal. But
But
coming back, yeah, no, it's just a
yeah, I
pun.
cannot tell that. Like, not really.
Coming back to that point of Arsenal, and obviously I was listening to Arteta, and he was basically pointing out that this is the time for Arsenal. Especially he was talking about summer summer transfer. to lure someone big name,
Yeah.
like especially in attack. And there has been very good shout about Robert Lewandowski. There's some kind of linkage to Arsenal. I was surprised because Lewandowski potentially could be free agent after this season, or potentially one more season left on his contract. But
Well,
there, go ahead.
yeah. Continue. Continue.
Uh, there is that, and Arsenal is also put. I think they're fighting for Enzo Fernandez of River Plate with Real Madrid because both Real Madrid is basically very interested in Enzo Fernandez, the midfielder, and I think
Yeah.
Arsenal is also fighting for him in case Real doesn't really sign him.
So far, Barcelona also joined the race. Actually,
But
there
Barcelona
were
is
several.
for a different midfielder of River Plate. That's Santi Simon.
Oh, yeah, Simon. Sorry. Okay, sorry.
So it's
I missed it.
a different midfielder. Yeah,
Yeah.
River Plate must be happy. I don't know if the River Plate fans must be happy, but Boca Juniors fans must be happy that all the players from River Plate are being lured out.
Yeah,
Um,
but there are more talents are coming from River Plate actually.
no, for sure. But yeah, going back to at least Lewandowski link up, does it excite you?
Of course, if it's possible, then why not? At least for like 2 3 seasons. Yeah, at least for 2 3 seasons. But this is the talk actually going on in Germany with Bayern Munich right now. Like,
I will come back to the Bayern Munich thing because
oh,
we will
okay, okay,
we'll
then then later.
save it for
But
you.
as far my opinion about this is like I wouldn't actually recommend. Yeah, for 1 season it's okay, but the team Arteta is building
They
is
need
like
someone very mobile.
yeah, they need someone very mobile or like who can run faster in the counter attack or to push the center back and get some space for Roy or Martinelli or Pepe or Saka
Saka.
to
Mhm.
get some sort of space in front of the box because those players can actually like took long shots and they take long shot and scored most of the time. But they're trying to building a mm, uh, how can I say youthful team as almost as much as like Barcelona trying to do like what at least what are they saying or how they're performing. But it would be some sort of a how can I say statement signings. But I would actually go for someone
Younger.
faster, yeah,
Hmm.
younger,
Hmm.
faster.
Fair enough.
But I don't actually like I well, there were actually rumors going on with Isaac from
Sociedad.
Sociedad. Yeah. Mm, so far, his link up with the wingers and especially the attacking midfielders is quite good. Um, I don't know if they're going to be like if they're trying to they were so far trying to get him in the winter transfer, but it's not possible from Sociedad at least to get someone like Isak in the winter.
Hmm. Hmm.
But they would. I don't actually see any sort of like suitors from other leagues so far.
Okay. Um, Fair enough. Thanks for the insights and Arsenal. I know what they need. Definitely you watch more Arsenal than me, definitely. Uh, but it's still a very good title race in the English Premier League. There's a Manchester Derby coming up. There are some great games coming up as well as. But I just wanted to touch base with Chelsea and Lukaku. Lukaku hasn't been what he was in terms of influence in Inter Milan. And we discussed before as well with Lukaku not getting the same sort of space or same sort of role with Tuchel's system. Um, what do you see Lukaku potentially end of the season?
I would say he will try to go back to Inter Milan right now, but I don't see Inter is buying him, or I don't know. Like in some Italian clubs sometimes do that
Well,
sort of stuff. Like they,
if they get him cheaper, oh yeah, sure, because Dzeko is right
yeah,
now 38, right? So
yeah, probably they will, but it also depends on Lautaro Martinez what he's going to decide after this season, and if Barcelona miss Haaland, then there are talks going on with Lautaro Martinez because his release clause is like 5 million less than Erling Haaland so far. So 5 million is like a lot of money for Barcelona right now. So
well,
yeah.
yeah, that's another interesting.
Also, there are interest from like if Conte stays at Spurs,
Yeah,
there are interest from Spurs, but I don't think he
we're
will
talking
go
about
to Spurs.
Lautaro or Lukaku.
Yeah, Lautaro Martinez,
Okay,
but it, so this whole thing actually depends on
Lukaku,
Lautaro's movement.
right?
Uh,
Um, but yeah, I personally am a bit disappointed not to see Lukaku, in his best. But
Actually, the whole Chelsea team, how they play is not like it. Is we talked about it like it's not his. They're not playing. He's not that guy who can actually hold the ball. He's just he's not
he
that
needs
good in link
space,
up.
and
Yeah,
yeah. Anyway, moving away from before we move.
I have a question about
Yeah.
this Manchester derby. Do you see Cristiano Ronaldo playing today
Uh,
in the top?
I mean, we're still talking about Cristiano, the name, the brand, the person. Um, I I still think he would be in the bench. He might not be in the first 11, but you might want to bring him around last 20 minutes for an impact or something. But again, I did well. He's a legend of the club. That's the other thing, because it still is quite a statement if he doesn't start, right? It still is quite a
Yeah.
statement. But would that happen?
Also, like United fans will kicking Ragnick if they lose, or more likely they are going to lose. So I
Uh,
don't know.
but again, I mean, I'm not going to blame Ragnick with Ronaldo or without Ronaldo, right? Is Manchester United fans are expecting their team to win how many times? Let's say it after out of 10 times with this version of City, how many times United realistically has chance of winning it? Maybe twice, maybe thrice, not more than that,
Yeah,
right? So just be realistic about it. Um, Again, I Ragnick might play it safe, might start Ronaldo, but I can also see him starting in the bench and probably bringing him in when they're probably a goal or two down.
yeah. I think that would be most likely because Bruno Fernandes can play as a false nine or something like this, and Rashford or it could be like 4-3-1-2 or sort of situation or something like this.
But yeah, that's let's wait for whose prediction goes in. But um, yeah, do we have anything else that we missed in the Premier League?
Not really. Um,
Okay.
Let me check. Oh, well, there were actually like a controversy last week. Have you watched Manchester City versus Everton match?
Yes, yes. There's the controversy. Now, what was your thought on that handball and no handball call?
Well, it's definitely in handball. It's unbelievable. They did not get it. City looked a lot cautious. Like last few minutes, they didn't want to drop
Any
any sort
points?
of points. Yeah, any cost. Like Ederson is doing some sort of like play acting or something like this.
Yeah,
It was
you don't see that with City much, but yeah,
yeah, it was unusual. But what what was like brilliant to watch is that like Van de Beek, who finally got his chance in Premier League, and he was brilliant. He actually not only in the front and the middle, but also like he actually blocked like three or four of Manchester City players' shoot. So it was brilliant performance, but he like in the end he had to give up. Like he probably had some sort of muscles injury
yeah,
at the time. Yeah,
yeah,
and
and also it's I know they're
Dele Alli actually came back for like last few minutes. He was also doing well. So
that's the other part. I mean, I don't know. Is it the setup? Is it a different team? Is it a different sort of mentality? I don't know. When you move to a team and I just feel like, okay, this is my chance or something. But yeah, it's good to see, especially Van de Beek is doing very well under Lampard.
also their whole midfield unit was doing brilliant actually. City did not do anything like dangerous in the mid through the middle because of this midfield, and also this player from the mm, left side, Gordon, he was brilliant.
Hmm.
They were actually going through attack like through him actually. Most of the attack was passing.
So the referee, I think the mm, referee had to apologize after for the call.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't know. Like it's unbelievable. Like you can expect that in like I don't know,
school
second
level.
division or like yeah, school level match probably. Like if we are playing against the committee team, like
Anyways, yeah, that was a good call. I almost forgot about the controversy because there has been quite a lot. Anything else from Premier League?
um, not really. Um, not so far. Nothing.
Okay.